Damn right I got knives here. I'm listening to this record right here on King Records, Japanese record. I'm not sure what the name is, who it is. I've tried to search it and cannot find it. We're listening to the vinyl now. Japanese writing on the back, and it's a great record. I love the photo. Nice kind of Japanese jazz almost, playing traditional with the accompaniment of other instruments. It's really great. I've had this record and I just play it from time to time. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. We're drinking this here, Pinot Grigio, Vialoni Pinot. This is a wine given to my wife and I by our friend Jonathan. Thank you, Jonathan. It was a little gift of his, so we decided to drink it tonight with the food that my wife is gonna make. It's from northern Italy. Pinot Grigio goes well pairing with shellfish, vegetarian, mushrooms, an aperitif. Tasting it has like this little apple smell to it almost, like a pear or a melon of some sort. And then when you taste it, you taste a little bit more of that citrus, a lemon lime kind of thing going on. Kind of dry but sweet. Has a medium to high kind of acidity, but goes down easy. It's crisp and tart, like a green apple. I like it. Thank you again, Jonathan. Right there. I like the little Vespa picture. The colors are nice. Good packaging. Cheap ass bottle of wine, Jonathan. I can find it for $6. Hey, any friend who gives me a bottle of wine is a friend of mine. All right, I'd really appreciate it, you guys, if you like and subscribe to my channel. I'm being told to say that more, so here's my effort at it. Let's move along here. We're talking about this knife tonight, right here. It's my wife's kitchen knife. We've been looking at some knives online, kind of having some fun, and thinking about buying another kitchen knife. I've had a few different knives that I cut with over the years in the kitchen, and same with my wife, and she's had this one for a while. Spent some money on this back in the day and has had it for a while. All right, I'm not gonna stay too long on this because there's a bunch more coming. And it's kind of a special night, a special video, I guess you would say. Different for me a little bit, which is fun. Overall length is 12.25. Blade length 7.50. Cutting edge is 7. Blade thickness 0.10. It's Damascus. It's got that figuring going on. You can kind of see there. It's a drop point blade. Flat blade grind. The handle length is 5.75. Handle thickness is 0.75. The weight is 7.19 ounces. SHUN is the brand. Faded kind of writing on it right there. It says a few other things like the blade steel. I can't read all that. Yeah. It's made in Japan. Santoku. Santoku. It's the Santoku. Santoku. It's the Santoku. Yeah, it's the 3 virtues. Depending on who you ask, those virtues probably can be pretty widespread. But I guess it's vegetable, poultry, and fish, which is kind of interesting. I'm thinking more like a porcupine, sea urchin, and cactus cutter right here. Perfect for about every cutting task. VG Max Super Steel blade core, 34 folded layers per side of stainless Damascus steel. The blade is ground and bead blasted to reveal the beautiful pattern. Each side is sharpened to a 16-degree angle. It features a D-shaped ebony pekka wood handle, a natural hardwood design, moisture resistant with longevity. So I'll come back and tell you a little bit more, but as I mentioned earlier, my wife made dinner. You'll see here now. Dinner time. That's the wine we're drinking. This looks amazing. All right, let's try this. Oh man, that is good. Yeah. Is that feta?
Feta.
And eggplant, zucchini.
Corn, onion, basil, fresh oregano, gluten-free gnocchi.
And wine. Thank you, Jonathan, for the Pinot Grigio. I love the little Vespa. So, we saw that you used this knife. I'm gonna ask you a few questions about the knife.
Sounds good.
All right. So how long have you had this knife?
10 to 12 years or so.
Do you remember how much it was when you bought it?
I would say roughly 200. I don't know, maybe
Really?
between 150 to 200.
Okay.
I had my eye on this specific knife, I think just through research, knowing a few chefs, knowing that I needed a knife like this. At my job at the time, they were doing a raffle. I won the raffle and I won a $200 gift certificate to Williams-Sonoma. And I bought my knife.
Okay. So you liked it right away. You had your eye on it. Damascus steel.
I was really debating between, I think there's a few different lengths in the knife. But I thought, like, why get 2 inches longer? I felt like this might do the job. Again, this was, 10 years ago when I bought the knife. But what I learned at the time and what I loved about it is it has this divot here. So it really allows you to grip it well while you're chopping.
Oh, okay.
So I really do appreciate that element of it.
It's also got the little bevels where it helps tomatoes and things like that not stick to the blade, apparently.
The name of the knife is Santoku, translates to 3 virtues. Apparently you can cut vegetables, fish, poultry, and also slices, dices, and chops.
Oh, so 3 and 3.
Three,
Sleeve
yeah.
stacks.
3 by 3.
Is it sharp for you?
It, like butter. I mean, I hate, that's such a cliche. Thank you for sharpening it for me recently.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
Sharpening is very important.
There was these little nicks in the actual blade, and I still didn't get them all out, but I at least got them sharp. So there's parts where the blade is, this is a 10 to 12-year-old knife that's been used a bunch. Actually, it could be a lot more used. It's not in horrible condition for that being that old. And I'm not a good knife sharpener, so I just did what I could. The feel, you talked about that.
Yeah, the grip is good.
The care that it takes. Do you do anything special to it? You just throw it in the drawer and kind of...
I mean, I
put it
carefully wash it with soap and water, and I let it air dry. And then I just keep it in a drawer. For a while, I did keep it in the cardboard sheath that it came in.
All right.
And apparently, you're not supposed to do that.
So you don't care about blade steel and things like that. I know you. You don't get into that. You're just more like, does this thing work well? Does it do what it's supposed to do? Am I happy using it? Which is like, that's, people who are a little weird.
It's quite the knife.
Do the detail that I do. Do you feel it's well built? Like you
Absolutely,
feel?
Yes.
Yeah, you feel it's strong. Yeah.
What's so cool about this knife is that it's versatile in the fact that not only was I able to chop all the things that I needed to chop, I smashed the garlic. It's almost like a paring knife where I was able to like tiny chop the basil, the feta. It does a number of things.
Yeah. Thank you for making dinner.
You're very welcome.
I won't bug you with any more questions about knives.
What shall I make next time?
That's the spirit. All right, well that was something different. Hope you enjoyed that. Little refill for me now. We're gonna get into some other details about this knife. We'll see how that goes. All right, so this knife, let's see, after tonight's dinner, and my sharpening, I sharpened this before dinner. My wife used it all during dinner, and we banged it around the table here and all that. There it goes. It cuts, but it's rough. There's a good one. It's mildly sharp. I could have done a better job sharpening. It's old and there was chips all throughout, and I just kind of sharpened it the best I could. So of course they're catching up on the paper, but cut the vegetables very well. All right, let's put this away. All right, around our house and other knives we use, we have this thing here. One of those ceramic knives that's just stained and used and chipped. That's something we use to cut things. And then this gets a lot of use here. I've had this knife for quite a long time. I worked at a produce store for a while, and I had this other one that sometime I'll show you, and I got this one. It came to me and I was expecting it was going to be smaller, and it was way bigger, and I started using it for chopping cabbage at the store and things such as that, like watermelon, cabbage, big things that were unruly. And this was great, and I've kept it all this time, and I use it all the time, and it's sharp as hell and has cut me before. But they make a very good small version of this. So these are kind of what cuts things around my house. This is a produce knife, so that part of the idea is you cut something and you hand it to somebody. So say you were cutting an orange or an apple, let's say, and you handed a piece of apple to that person. You're not cutting, you're not poking at them. Having around a store and working and doing things you don't have to poke, and you're chopping a lot of vegetables, this thing is amazing. Okay, anyways, we're talking about this one. Great knife, used a lot. Please be sure to like and subscribe. We're also looking for some kitchen knives, so if anybody has some suggestions out there, please comment below. That's about it. It's been a great night. Thank you guys for tuning in. Damn right I got knives. Signing out.